Okay guys, right up the road from my cabin is Stairway Lake Trail. So I could have actually hiked it right from the cabin. It was 30 minutes out to the road, and then there was a trail further down the road to get up to this spot. But since I'm already climbing over so many boulders and rocks where I'm at, I just wanted to have a nice easy trail today and show you something beautiful. So let's go. All right, so here is the little parking lot. Some kind of vehicle coming down the road that's loud. But just make note, cannot have drones here. So if you're coming on this trail, don't bring your drone. I don't know what that is. It's a Jeep just turning around there. Boy, sure was loud. Now, I didn't wear my Blaze orange shirt, but I do have plenty of orange on. I have to keep tape and everything and a buff, so I should be visible still. And it's a balmy 58 degrees, so I don't have my jacket on, but I do have my down jacket in my backpack. So it just starts out as your average trail. Some leaves, a little bit of rock. Not sure if there's a whole lot of elevation. You can see there's a blaze up here. I think it's a private property. It's a purple blaze. So obviously you want to stay on trail. And I'm going to be following my All Trails map here. So I'll let you know if anything interesting happens. And also, I took my bear spray off, and now I kind of wish I would have brought it along. I thought this would be more populated, like more hikers out, but there aren't. So I'm just crossing my fingers we don't run into any bears. So it did get a little chilly really quick, so I put on my jacket. So it appears that these little pieces of tape mark the trail. Really didn't see any blazes on the trees after the first one or two. So I think it's supposed to be a reddish tape blaze coming out of a lot of this. And looks like firs up here. A pretty little fir forest. Wow. Kind of cool. Sorry this is so jumpy. Gotta kind of navigate. There's little rocks underneath the leaves, but you know, that's pretty much anywhere you go this time of year. So just watch your footing. Easy to twist an ankle if you're not paying attention. Really quiet out here. Except for me, crunching along. Look at the moss carpet on this trail. Gorgeous. A little boggy, a little rooty, but so pretty. Wow. Okay, I wasn't prepared for this. This is how you have to get across here. It's a little stream with a bunch of logs. Yikes. Let's see if I can do this. Wow. Wow, that was dicey. Yeah. All right, hopefully we won't have too many of those. I didn't read anything about that on the trail description. But here's another slick spot. So, camera away. So, also I noticed that you have the ribbons and then you also have little dots. So I guess it just goes one to the other to keep you on the path. In some spots like this, the path is pretty obvious, but through some of those areas, it's not as obvious. So it's good that they have the tape up. But look at this pretty forest. Little firs everywhere, and you're going through a little tunnel of them. So the trail does get pretty rocky at times, so really wear sturdy shoes, bring your poles. And I just looked at my map. It looks like I'm almost halfway there, so it must have been the total miles was 3 miles. I'm not sure. I've had it both ways on all trails where, you know, the distance given is out and back, and I've had that also where it's just one way. Kind of looks like this. It's just like 3 miles total. But just keeping an eye out for bears, and you wouldn't maybe think they're out right now. It's November 2nd. But to be fair, I did see a little brown snake back at the cabin, and it was slithering around by the waterfalls. Non-poisonous one. And if they're out, then there's still some hungry bears left out. They're not all hibernating yet, so you do want to watch it. I haven't seen any, but doesn't mean I won't. Okay, so you come up a little hill, and there is some signage. Nice wider path here, almost like a road. And you can see here, you can go 0.6 miles to the Stairway Lake, or you can go the other way, 1.3 miles, and you'll be at the Delaware River. Up there in the background is this really nice boulder ridge. I don't know if you can see it through the trees there, but we're going this way to Stairway Lake, and it looks like I was right the second time that the total mileage from that parking lot is only 3 miles. So that's cool. We'll get to the prettier places quicker. So this is only one of many, many trails up around here. I'm just going to do this out and back one today to the lake and go home and just relax a little bit. And tomorrow I have to leave by 11. I only got 2 nights there. It's the only 2 that were open. It's usually really booked. So I had to take them when they were available. And previously I'd stay there for 3 or 4 nights, you know, in a row. But tomorrow I think I'm going to try to hit another trail on my way home. As I'm walking, I see a whole bunch of what I think is the bluestone that used to be quarried up here many years ago. And it's all along the trail here. I believe that's what this is. The area is known for its bluestone, and the place I'm staying is right off of Bluestone Boulevard. So there's that. We are coming up upon this cool little stone culvert. One of the only real points of interest on this trail until you get to the lake. Little stone-built culvert, a little tiny stream. So we're approaching, I think the lake is right up here. Look at the colors. Wow. There's a huge culvert off to the side. Let me check that out a little bit, because I do believe over that way is the lake. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. You could walk through this standing up, and there's a whole bunch of thorns, so I'm not going to go down. But it's definitely taller than me. So, I mean, if you really wanted to walk through it, you could. I'm not going to do that right now. All right. There it is. Stairway Lake. Wow. So I guess you could go two different ways to get up to it. I'll go this way first. Look at all these walnuts. I guess that's what they are. I know they stick to you like Velcro. All right. And ta-da! Here we are. Look at this. Oh, wow. That's just stunning. I mean, I've seen a lot of lakes in my time, but I guess this is a little dam or spillway. Not sure what it is actually. Might be a dam. So concrete. There's the other side of that culvert down there. I'm going to go back around the path and up to the little pier. Just so you know though, look at these colors. Oh my gosh. I gotta get a picture of that. But just so you know, the path does go the whole way around the lake. So if you were so inclined to, travel that far, I want to get back before dark, and it's getting darker these days. So, I mean, earlier these days. Look at the colors. Oh my goodness. Just beautiful. Now it looks like there are campsites up here. I did hear tell that you could camp here by the lake, and here's evidence. But it is a permit required in the Stairway Wilds here, which is the area that we're in, Stairway Wilds, Pennsylvania. But apparently the camping permits are free. So there's one of them. And we're head up here to this pier. All right, here we go. On the pier. Out on the lake. Just look at this place. I mean, it doesn't show up well in my camera, but man, the colors are phenomenal. And this just goes, the path just keeps going. It looks like it goes to the left around the lake, and it keeps going to the right as well. I think there's another campsite up there. I was watching Walter Zollner's video of this place, I think from 5 years ago, and I do believe he said that there was a campsite up there. Maybe I'll check it out. We'll see. Oh my gosh. There is a nice campsite up here, and check out this view. Oh my goodness, I am so glad I actually came up here to check this out. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Wide open views. That is incredible. Look at this campsite. You got stone bench there with a log. Nice flat spot for tents, possibly for a hammock here. Fire pit. And this. Wow. I gotta see if I can, yeah. Look at this, you gotta be here, It's incredible. This is the campsite I'd want, hands down. I mean, the lakeside one was nice, but this is phenomenal. Wonder if this is called Arrowhead Rock. There you go. You can see the Delaware River right there. Just amazing. Alright, I'm heading back now. Up beside this gorgeous lake. It's just, oh, so pretty. But it's getting windy. It's getting a little colder. And yeah, I don't have a lot of trail left to get back on, but I do have that little sketchy stream, you know, and yeah, just kind of getting a little tired today. This morning I was out on the property that I was staying on at the Airbnb, going up and down over boulders and things, and I was out there for about 3 hours just climbing around and bushwhacking, lots of bushwhacking. So it's better to get back to my cabin safely before it gets dark, so I don't get, you know, cold and too tired and all that stuff. So here we go. Once again, beautiful, beautiful color. Little patches here and there. Nice wide trail for the most part, and then it, you know, goes back into the woods there for a little while. But it's only a mile and a half, well, mile, 1.6 I think, out to the lake. So if you were going to stay, look at these colors. I mean, it's just fantastic. If you were going to camp here, you would definitely have to pack your stuff out and carry it, but it's not that far, so, you know, you can backpack a mile and a half, you know, out to the spot. You have 2 very sweet spots to camp at. Look at that, just so pretty. Okay, we're almost back to the car. I can see it up here through the woods. And yeah, that was a really nice lake and campsites review. Wow, I just totally didn't expect that. I am so, my gosh, grateful to be able to just go on these trips and see views like that, you know? I mean, if you're gonna do something with the rest of your life, as they say, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Get yourself outside. You know, you don't have to go too far. This is all in Pennsylvania. It's a 3.5 hour drive for me, but there's so many places just close to me that are, you know, just phenomenal. But I'm gonna wrap this up here. I'm back to this tree with the purple mark, I guess. Somebody left their walking stick. I'd have to swipe that one. That one looks already pre-stripped and sculpted. But it's been a fantastic trek today. Now I'm gonna go home and have another Healthy Choice Powerball and settle down to watch something on Netflix and just relax the rest of the night. Enjoy myself.